morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You are watching The Inside Scoop. I am your host, Steve Scanlon. Sitting next to me is my co-host, Bubba. Welcome, Bubba.
How you doing, Steve?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm hungry.
What else is new?
Sitting with us is Joe. Welcome, Joe.
That's Joe?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And how could I forget? It is Emma Lily.
Emma Lily, yes.
What I'd like to know is how the heck she's been in Texas and in California lately.
This one looks like it's been through the mill here.
Because I seen her in the crowd in Texas.
This is what happens when Joe sleeps with Emma Lily. Look,
Yeah.
it's so hot this time of year. His air conditioner's not working in his room. He's been having dirty socks. Look at her. Look at Emma Lily's hair. It's ruined.
Well, at least she has hair. I don't have any hair. I'm bald.
Hey, I'm worse.
Oh, you're bald too. Only one with hair is Bubba.
I have the most hair, and that's scary.
Yeah. Okay, we thank you viewers for watching us once again this week as the 4th of July came and gone. Now, my roommates got mad at me as they limited me to 3 hot dogs and 2 burgers for the cookout that we held on Sunday.
3 hot dogs?
Yes.
That's it?
Well, they wanted me to eat only 3. What they didn't know is when they got up and left the table, I ended up eating other people's food as well. So a lot of people who came over as guests were quite upset with me because I ate their hot dogs. I lost count how many I had. But I mean, that's not the first time that happened. I'm sure it won't be the last.
Joey Chestnut, I think is safe though, but...
Well, I'm sorry I got sidetracked. WWE held Money in the Bank.
Hey, before we even go into the Money in the Bank wrestling real quick,
get that.
we mentioned something before our show. Usually, folks, we start off with a morbid note. We usually mention celebrity deaths.
That's right.
We got none this week.
We haven't got celebrity deaths this week. I mean, it's a good thing. Maybe we just didn't get them down. I saw a couple different people on the internet, but I didn't really know them. They weren't famous people. But we have no celebrity deaths to mention this week, which is a good note to think about it.
That's the first. I mean, I wish to say this is the first not to mention the death of a friend of ours, Joey, and you probably know him, a friend of ours, Kevin Arsenal, passed away. He's related to the other Arsenal brothers. I attended his wake this past week. But with the exception of that, we would have had a show where we had no death list. But I mean, for no celebrity list, that's the first
I mean, like I said,
while.
I saw people on the internet, but they weren't people that I knew, so...
I did see some celebrities' relatives that passed away. That's all I saw.
Well, we didn't mention last show. We might have. Brian Pillman's wife passed away. I think
that was mentioned, yes.
Yes, okay.
Well, we don't have any celebrity deaths, but however, we do have a birthday of a wrestler who wrestled for WWE and WCW. Joey, who's that?
Well, I also found out another one on Facebook. I think it was today. When I got listed, it was for July 2nd, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Right. They announced that at their Money in the Bank pay-per-view when his niece was wrestling, trying to capture the women's championship against the SmackDown championship
Ronda Rousey.
against Ronda Rousey. Do you know how old Bret is? Or should I say how young?
No,
I believe Bret is 63 or 4.
Okay.
He's in that area, but I might be wrong. Like I said, it's kind of hard to Google while we're on the show here, but I think he's in his mid-60s. I believe he is. I might be wrong there.
And the one I saw on Facebook today was Hillbilly Jim.
Okay. I remember the Hillbilly, Uncle Elmer, and Cousin Luke.
I remember Hillbilly Jim back
Like I said, if you go on WrestlingForum.com, my good friend Vic Salgosta, he puts birthdays on there almost daily for wrestlers. He finds old pictures of them and puts them up there. Not him, his cohort. Brittany Brown will put something on there. I mean, very interesting site that Vic puts on.
Interesting. All right, well, Money in the Bank was held on a Saturday night, and WWE on occasion have a Saturday night pay-per-view instead of a Sunday night pay-per-view.
On July 2nd, my brother Kevin's birthday, by the way, too. My brother just turned 62.
Happy birthday, Kevin.
And then another one on a Saturday later this month.
Oh, really? Which one is that?
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam is going to take place
Yeah,
on
instead of being in August, it's going to be in July this year.
July 30th, I believe, right?
Yep.
Well,
Tough night.
different too,
I'm going to a
because
wrestling
usually
show.
SummerSlam is in August, usually on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
I'm going to a wrestling show that night, and I'll mention it later. Leave it to 30th.
I was going to news about another wrestling pay-per-view that's coming up.
And, I'm sorry, what were you about to say, Joe?
Well, I got found out another pay-per-view is coming to New England in November.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Survivor Series is coming to Boston.
Coming back to Boston.
Oh,
Yeah,
no kidding.
and it's going to be after Thanksgiving.
Survivor Series after
Yeah,
Thanksgiving? I don't
the
think
26th.
it ever happened after Thanksgiving before.
No.
Wow, that's the
I
first.
found out on my Gmail. That's how I found out about it.
Okay. And,
Our investigative reporter here, Joe.
now, I'm sure some of the wrestling fans out there who didn't happen to see the
Which
Money in
was
the
me.
Bank
Me was one of them. We
pay-per-view
didn't see it.
would want to know the results of their Money in the Bank. And I know you didn't get a chance to see it, but you do have the results,
Yeah.
Joe. If you don't mind, you could read that list.
Okay. The Raw Women's title, Bianca Belair versus Carmella, and Bianca won. Women's Money in the Bank was between Lacey Evans, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, the new girl Raquel, Asuka, Shotzi, and Becky Lynch, and Liv won.
Morgan won, yep. That was a very good match, by the way.
There's another part for her. We get to that later.
Yep, that's coming up.
We got the men's Money in the Bank. It was between Seth Rollins, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Omos, Sami Zayn, Riddle, and Madcap Moss. Unfortunately, there was an addition of Austin Theory.
Now, well, he goes by the name of Theory
yeah.
now, but before you say the result, I was disappointed to see him into that.
I don't
Just
think
because
he
he's
belongs
buddies
there.
with, I agree, he's buddies with Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon offered to have him into that match. And especially if he already had a match. You didn't say the result yet of him
No, I
and
haven't got to ask the bottom
Bobby
list.
Lashley, but I think after his match with Bobby Lashley, I think Theory should have been done for the night.
Theory, by the way, lost to Bobby Lashley. We have a new American champion. I'll help you out over here, Joe.
Okay.
Bobby Lashley put Theory into the Hurt Lock, and Theory tapped, as everyone else does usually. And Bobby Lashley, that wasn't a bad match. I said all the wrestling I think was pretty good wrestling for men, Money in the Bank. But who won that match?
Unfortunately, it was Theory.
Theory. No, I don't think Theory should have won that match, even close to winning that match. So, whoever we picked, we're not wrong, because he wasn't even listed. So, I mean, I picked Drew McIntyre. I forget who you guys picked.
I think I picked Drew too.
I think Omos.
You picked Omos. Did you see what they did to Omos?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw the clip.
First time I ever seen a giant or anyone Omos's size be put through a table.
Oh, they picked him up. It took 6 men to pick him up, and they planted him through the announce table. They also buried him under a pile of ladders at one
Yes.
time during the match.
Yeah, now Theory on Raw mentioned he was gonna challenge the winner at SummerSlam of the match between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar.
And it's official.
I've read something into this. Now, this again, I read a little bit into, I get different things on wrestling and in wrestling and different sites I go on to, and I get rumors. There's a rumor spreading the reason why they let Theory win Money in the Bank. They want him to cash it against either Roman or Lashley because he'll be a squash because he's kind of a twerp, and he won't win. He won't win because he can't beat Roman or Brock Lesnar. That's what I've read. He's not as polished. He's not ready to be a world champion. That's totally my opinion. Great wrestler, great athlete, but he's not ready to be a world champion.
Well, he is the youngest U.S. champion at age 24.
Well, ex-U.S. champion, yes. Not by much either.
I don't know if he was. I'm not saying he is going to become WWE Unified Champion or SmackDown Champion. Actually, there's only one. I'm sorry, Unified Champion. I forgot they unified it. If he was to become Unified Champion at SummerSlam, will he be the youngest?
I'm not sure if he was younger than Randy Orton. Randy Orton also won at 24.
And Brock Lesnar won it at a young age as well.
I believe it was 25 for Brock, but then again, this is something I have to research. I don't.
Yeah, it's been a while since they were in their 20s, Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton.
Yep.
Okay, was there any other matches?
Yeah. We'll read the last two. SmackDown Women's title, Ronda Rousey against Natalya. Ronda won, but Liv Morgan cashed in on Ronda Rousey and won.
During that match, I guess Ronda got between the combination of sharpshooters and getting thrown out of the ring. When she got thrown out of the ring, she kind of tweaked her knee when she landed, allegedly. I have my feeling on that. I think it was kind of kayfabbed. I don't think Ronda tweaked her knee at all. I think they just wanted to take the title off of Ronda and give it to Liv Morgan by popular demand, and it's time for Ronda to have a little bit of a break again. She's a big star, she's been working a lot, and they want to give her some time off. That's my opinion on that.
Yeah, she did just become a mother recently, and
she has a baby. Well, she has a baby. It's like 10 months old. So.
Oh, okay. I was going to say spend some time with the baby.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's summertime. A lot of these big stars want to take their time off. So.
Good point.
When she landed, she did land very awkward, and Natty drilled that leg and kept working on it. And she comes out and claims, because of the sharpshooter, I did it to her. I buttered her up for you. No, I personally think that was a kayfabe, guys. So that's just my opinion. His experience in watching wrestling and involved with wrestling. Great wrestling match, by the way. Again, those two put on.
The WWE Tag Titles, the Usos against the Street Profits. Usos.
Yes. I think that was the match of the night. A lot of people say the same thing. That match was really off the hook. You didn't see it, Joey, but I think Steve did.
Yeah, I did.
That match was really, really good. Again, these are all rumors I read online, and Dave mentioned on Raw that the Street Profits are having problems behind the scenes. It's creative. I think they're planning on doing is separating the Street Profits because they want to give Montez Ford a push. I've read this. They want to give him an individual push. For what title, I don't know, but they want to give him an individual push on his own. I'm not sure if the other guy needs time off or what's up. Maybe he has contract squabbles, or they just want to split them up to see what they'll do individually. That's what I've read online. So they're kind of kayfabbing that they're having troubles. That match was really, really, really good tag team match. Again, all your results there. I called the Ronda match. I called the Usos. I did not call men's Money in the Bank because of the addition of Theory. I did not call the women's. Actually, I did call the women's. I picked Liv Morgan to win, if you remember correctly. I may joke and laugh here, guys, but I know I'm talking. Joey, if they ain't favorites, Joey ain't gonna have if they ain't faces that win the matches. Joey gonna lose a little every now and then.
We all called one match, the same one match. We all called on Lashley.
Yeah, Lashley, kind of an easy match against Theory. I shouldn't knock Austin Theory. He's a local kid who's trained locally. He worked for XWA when I saw him. I met him in person. He was kind of, how can I say, cocky when I met him. He has a little bit of a demeanor then.
So Theory is from New England?
Trained in this area a little bit, yes, by Matt Taven and Vinny Marcel, XWA. They kind of stretched him out a little bit. He was working a lot with XWA locally. They say he's from somewhere else, but he came around, he trained around there with them.
No, that was their results from
Money in the Bank.
Now, NXT, I caught a few matches of the Great American Bash that was held on Tuesday night. I didn't see the whole program.
I saw a lot of it, but not all of it either. I missed some of it.
I just wanted to comment on something. Their champion, Braun Breaker, I think will make an excellent WWE wrestler when he does get put on either SmackDown or on Raw. Not only is he jacked, but he's the son of Scott Steiner.
Rick Steiner.
Oh, is it Rick Steiner? Yes, Rick Steiner. I apologize.
Looks like Rick if you look at him.
Yes, that's why I thought it was Rick. I'm sorry, I thought it was Scott. My apologies. I'm getting the brothers confused. Not the first time. But with the Steiner brothers as a father and an uncle, he's a second generation wrestler. And I think with his experience, being in the wrestling family, but also too, the way he is built, I think he will be a great future WWE champion. I can see it now in the future.
I mean, not to knock his opponent in that match. Cameron Grimes put a good match on. He really went after his shoulder. He worked out relentless. Put a really good match. He worked him. He kept drilling him and hurting that shoulder and singled in that. I mean, Cameron Grimes fought with a lot of heart. He mentioned that about wrestling with heart. He wrestled his butt off that match. Cameron Grimes did a great job, and I could see a guy like Cameron Grimes really making some noise if he comes up to WWE, to the main roster. Or even in NXT, he's going to continue to make some noise down there.
And
he's really become an excellent worker.
And we were talking a few minutes ago about Theory wrestling here in New England, but we have now an NXT North American champion, New England wrestler. He goes by the name Carmelo
Anthony
Hayes.
We all know him in this area as Christian Casanova. As I've mentioned to you before, Steve, at LPW a few times, we've met Christian Casanova. Nice kid, real nice kid in person.
He wrestled locally a couple times in Plainville for Power League Wrestling when they held shows in Plainville. So that's also where I seen him wrestle as well.
No, he's been around the area. He was trained by Brian Fury. I almost wore the Brian Fury shirt. I thought about wearing that tonight.
I like Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks. She's
him.
Right now. She's in limbo. I've heard different stories online. She's been cut by WWE. She has not been cut yet. She has not. She's still under contract.
Oh, okay. She is under
she's
contract
in limbo right now. They haven't actually released her yet.
Okay.
But I don't know what's up with that. I don't know. They really not. They kind of staying kind of hush hush about that.
No.
Sure, what's going on with that?
I haven't heard anything on that.
Back to the NXT pay-per-view. There's a new female tag champions.
Yes, I've seen that.
I mean, the girls. I forget the faction with Mandy Rose and Gigi Dolan and her partner lost to Lopez and Cara James. Is that her name?
I forgot her last name.
Well, Cara and Lopez, I know, the girl who just won the Breakout Championship, won the female tag title. That was the first match tonight. It was a very good wrestling match. Some of the matches between, I'm not gonna lie to anybody. I took a nap. I fell asleep.
I was shoving food in my face.
There's a shocker. You didn't save any for Emily, did you? Nothing. Nothing. Joey doesn't feed her anymore. Look, doesn't even get her hair done. Look, poor girl's hair. Look. Sleeping with Joey every night. It's hot. The air conditioner's broken in his room or something.
Hey Joe, since the last taping, have they announced any more matches for SummerSlam?
Just the rematch between Lashley and Theory for the U.S. title.
Yep, and the Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns match, which is going to be, I guess, a no holds barred match, right?
Last man standing.
A last man standing match.
Yeah.
Now I'm going with Roman Reigns to win that match.
I see Roman keeping the title, but
I see Usos interfering. This last man standing, there's no disqualification.
right.
So
I
see
picked the same thing.
interference
Definitely.
by the Usos.
And it said if Theory cashes in, I think Theory loses. He can't beat Roman Reigns. If he does, then WWE's. I don't like what the creative is going
If
to.
Theory was to win, I know he's going to be bragging about it, but the last man to beat two top contenders in the same night reminds me of Chris Jericho when he beat The Rock and Stone Cold back in the 1990s, late 90s.
Remember that?
And Theory will be bragging about doing the same thing to two top contenders if he was to win when he cashes in this Money in the Bank contract. Matter of fact, I think it's at 85% success rate.
Yes.
For the people who cashed in their Money in the Bank.
If I remember correctly,
contract.
it's John Cena and Damian Sandow and Baron Corbin did not win when they had their Money in the Banks.
I know how Baron lost his. Had Cena distracted him with that one. I remember that.
Interesting. All right, do you have some independent wrestling
Shows.
to announce?
Okay, yes. First one I'm going to mention, I mentioned it last show, is going to happen on Sunday, which is an odd day for them, but Sunday, July 17th, RWA Legacy 13, Revelations, a new venue for them. They're going to Our Lady of the Rosary Church at 21 Traverse Street in Providence. That's from 6 to 9. I know T-Phoenix put the show on. It's usually $10 to go to the shows. A new venue for them. I know it's a Sunday. The kids are out of school now. It's still. I'm hoping to see what the new venue is going to be. Another venue, another match I'm going to mention. It's a month in advance. It's going to happen August 13th at the Yacht Club in Fall River. House of Bricks Wrestling. We've had Mike Baker on this show. Is doing a reunion. House of Brick shows. It's a $15 show at the Yacht Club in Fall River. That's August the 13th, which is Saturday. Now, the next thing I want to mention, and this is interesting because I read Service Online today and I saw more of it from a video from a good friend of mine. You've seen me. You've been to some of our venues. We've gone to his shows. I've mentioned it here several times. New World Wrestling Extreme. New World Wrestling Extreme kind of made an announcement this past week and last week, and he reiterated with a little video. Now, follow this, folks. You can go into New World Wrestling Extreme and read more about this if it's kind of confusing. All right? On July 23rd, which is a Saturday, from 12 to 2:30, if you go up to 870 River Street, the American Legion, on that day at those times, because of the problems with money and the recession and times are being tough financially, this is unprecedented. This is unbelievable that Jimmy Allen's doing this. He is giving away, I'm saying that 3 times, will give you 2 tickets for his July 30th show the week after, the Saturday after that, at the same venue. Because of times with families being tough, with the price of gas and what have you, and I can't believe Jimmy, for a lower income, he's going to be giving away 50 pairs of tickets. Go up, you'll get a pair of tickets for free. He will give you a pair of tickets to his show for the Summer Sizzler, which is going to be July the 30th at the same venue at 870 River Street in Woonsocket, the American Legion. You know that Jim's always put on a great show. And what Jim's doing and what Troop's doing for that is unbelievable. Show up on the 23rd between 12 and 2:30. Okay?
What I think you should do,
And he's
not to
giving
cut you
away-
off, is give free food vouchers for that show.
No, brother.
Free chili dogs
He's
or
also
hamburgers.
announced he's going to be having a raffle that day for 6 tickets to go to Six Flags. He's going to be giving away 4 tickets to go to Six Flags. A little confusing. That'll be on the 30th. But go in, check it out, people. New World Wrestling Extreme is going at 870 River Street in Woonsocket on July 23rd from 12 to 2:30. I know families were going to go up there, get 2 free, absolutely free tickets for that show
Free?
on the
Did
30th.
you say free?
Free.
Wow.
He's giving away 2 tickets, to help out with families who want to go to the show, but we can't afford all the tickets. It's the first 50 people that show. He's only going to give away 100 tickets. I mean, it's a great card that's stacked up for that show for the 30th. I will definitely be at the Summer Sizzler on the 30th of July, which is kind of a weird date because that's the same day SummerSlam is,
Yeah.
but I'm going to be going to the local show above SummerSlam because I can watch SummerSlam repeat on cable.
On Peacock.
Yes, well, I don't want to mention anything.
Yeah, true. All right, well, thank you guys for being on the show here. Thank you to the director directing us. And we thank you to Emma Lilly as well. And we thank you viewers for watching us once again. And tune in for the next show in 2 weeks as we'll have another great episode. And try to stay cool, stay in the air-conditioned rooms, and go to the wrestling shows. Well, until next time, folks, have yourselves a great 2 weeks,
care.
and we'll see you next time. Bye.